It is my pleasure to welcome our Minister of Police, Mr. Bheki, Cele, to the show. Mr. Cele, thanks for taking the time out to come and visit us. Good morning.
Morning to you and the listenership.
You know what? Firstly, thank you for taking the time out. You know, not all ministers and people in government will ever make time to come and speak to us and the listeners, and it means a lot to us. We thank you for that. We really do.
Yeah.
And we hope you're going to have a good time here with us this morning. Firstly, how are you feeling about your portfolio right now?
Well, I'm not alone. I work with about 192,000 people. We feel the pressure. You can't be a South African given that responsibility and don't feel the pressure.
My greatest fear with the crime being as heavy as it is that we forget people. That we forget names of people that got affected by crime. I had a look over some of the headlines from the last week only in South Africa. You know, that the 10-year-old girl who was raped 900 times, Stacey Adams from the Western Cape, she's 6. Her body was found in a shallow grave. Cele, who from Prasa, who was driven around the boot of her car. Jeffrey Zettler, stabbed 6 times. These are names that come into our lives via the news, and then the next day, never mind the next day, the next hour, there's new names.
Out of control. In some areas, we have reached the proportion of crisis, especially crimes against women and children.
Sure.
Stacey, I visit. You heard the news. I met the parents. I met the young mother of Stacey. This guy who killed Stacey is a boyfriend of the mother, 25-year-old. He's supposed to be protecting this girl. Why men are behaving this way, I just cannot tell. I have no theory of understanding why we behave the way we behave.
How can we stop them? You're saying that there are certain areas in South Africa, and I'm glad to hear it from you, where you say it's crisis proportions. It's out of control. What can we do?
There is a lot of emphasis on the girl child and less on the boy child. That's one area we need to deal with.
So it starts at home?
Yes. We say, boys, you are macho, we are a big brother to girls. Boys can go play outside, girls must come in, boys can come late and all. And that sticks in our minds that we're better than the girls.
Are we teaching our boy children wrong?
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay. You were saying just now that there are definitely certain areas in South Africa that have reached, that need crisis intervention. It's especially when it comes to, it's not just about the robbery, and I don't think it's just about the actual crimes. It's the hatred that goes into it sometimes, and the, what's the word I'm looking for, the geweld. And that brings us to our first question this morning. I think it's from Alberton. Matilda's on the line. Matilda, good morning to you.
Good morning, Martin.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good morning, Martin and team. How are you? Fine, thank you.
Good. You're
Good
on
morning,
with
Minister Cele.
Minister Cele. What is your question?
My question is, I just want to find out from Minister Cele, what are they going to do about the farm murders? You know, it's all of us in South Africa need the farmers to produce food for us. And I don't see any use in killing them. I don't even know why we're killing each other, because we are passionate about South Africa. We're proudly South African. I think most of the people is not racist, but, you know, there's still so many brutality and things in South Africa. What can we do about it?
Well, maybe that's the last sentence that gives the question and the answer to say, we don't know what's wrong with South Africans. Why do we hate each other? Why do we kill each other? Not just farmers only. And I agree, farmers, they are killed. But the question of the farm environment, both farm workers and farmers are killed.
What is your final message to the listeners this morning? South Africans that want you to win. They want you to win in the war against crime in South Africa. They want to be safe.
My measurement of the safe South African is when the young woman walks alone in the middle of the night from point A to point B without any fear of rape, assault and all. I took that from Germany when there was a World Cup. I saw these 4 young girls. It was 2, 3 playing around. I stopped the car and I asked them, aren't you scared because it looks like they were nice, they had something? They said to me, it's a societal matter, nobody can touch us. The society here understand that we are untouchables.
Yeah.
So that theory,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
is not the police matter, it's a societal matter.
That's a
that
dream.
Nobody touches these young women as they move alone in the middle of the night from point A to point B.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you coming in, and hopefully you'll come back again in the future.